Whether you keep them in your home or love to see them in theirs, these are the creatures that bring us all together.
Reptiles. We're going to be delving into the experiences of reptile lovers from around the block and around the world. This is the Reptile Talk Podcast. Boom! What is going on, everybody? This is Jeremy Turgeon from Brass Band Reptiles.
And I'm Rob, and I'm keeping it real.
Hey, and
Let's
we
go.
are back after a small hiatus because of life's insanity that we were just discussing backstage.
Oh, my Lanta. It's been a mess.
Yeah. Yep, exactly. But we figured we would jump on and do an episode, kind of give you guys an update about what we've got going on this year, talk about some babies that are on the ground, some stuff we're expecting, and yeah, so we're here.
And we are still alive.
We're still alive. I'm on my second Red Bull. So
I don't really drink energy drinks like that, but I have thought about it recently.
you can be on your second Red Bull too, Rob. It's very easy.
Bro, I used to drink Rock Stars and Bangs a lot.
Yeah.
Not a lot, because I know some people like wake up and have one. I wasn't drinking them like that, but
I couldn't do that. Yeah.
oh
No.
boy, I had stuff.
Oh gosh.
So how's your season been, Ming?
It's been a late season, but so far so good. I can't really complain. I just pulled my last clutch of ball pythons for the season.
Hey.
Yep. So that's finally done. So we did 7 clutches this year, so not a large number by any means, but some really decent stuff, which is cool. Got some cool het palmetto and het scaleless corn snake combos, which is cool. Still waiting. Let's see.
Palmetto.
Yesterday was day 120 on or post ovulation for my post ovulation shed from my Amazon tree boa. So literally any day we can get some Amazon tree boas. So that's cool and exciting.
Yes.
What else? I think that's it. I think that's pretty much it for this season. It was a tight season, but overall a good one, and I'm already prepping for 2025 because that's just what we do to ourselves. We plan years ahead of time.
You have to, yeah. It is the middle of summer, and before you know it, we're gonna be going into cool down, and then it's right back to breeding stuff. So you have to be on it now if you want to be doing stuff next spring.
Right, exactly, man. Exactly. So yeah, I'm going into 2025 with the anticipation of breeding just about everything that's ready to breed, from the carpets to the Borneos to the ball pythons to I don't know how many different species of colubrids, a good amount of Amazons, and we're just gonna go all in because now I finally got the collection to satisfactory place, we'll say, where I've got the right number of kind of everything and we're really settled in. So it's nice to be in that space, but now I'm also like, okay, the last couple of years have been like, yeah, I'll produce what I produce and we'll just kind of float along. And now I'm like, okay, it's time to get serious. Like, let's breed it all.
So many babies.
Yeah, dude.
Peace.
Yeah. Between, I mean, if let's see, what, 1, 2, 3, three or 4 carpets and 2 or 3 Borneos alone, like for over 100 babies.
How many
I don't know.
Bruh.
Holdbacks. We'll see.
Hold on, I'm gonna hop on my phone because my computer's.
Are we lagging? Oh no, Rob was lagging. But yeah, so we're gonna go kind of all in this season, which is going to be super exciting. Rob will come back. He'll rejoin, and I think his microphone and computer were giving him an issue. But yeah, so we'll have at least 3, maybe 4 carpets going, another 2 or 3 Borneo short tails, probably 15 or 20 ball pythons, about 10 Amazons, and a bunch of colubrids. Whoop. Bam, there we go.
Hey,
Welcome back.
yeah, I don't know why my computer's been giving me all sorts of crap when it comes to the most recent stuff.
Whap, whap.
Uh,
I feel that though.
see if I can get everything on. There we go. Okay,
Sweet.
how's that sound?
Sounds good, man.
Okay, good enough. It's gonna have to be.
Right. But yeah, so it'll be a season of many babies for sure.
hmm Yeah, I think this next season I'm gonna be hitting it kind of hard. There's gonna be a lot of stuff that is ready to go that I've kind of been waiting on, and so I will be. I should have the potential to make some really cool stuff next season.
Right. Hell yeah, dude. I'm pumped, man. I'm pumped to see what you produce. You've already got some badass things on the ground, some Borneos that
Oh
have
yeah.
hatched out, and dude, that some of them super stripes.
hmm Yeah, that super stripe clutch is pretty nice. It's not exactly what I thought was going to come out of it, but that's okay. It's still there's no shortage of demand for really clean super stripes. So
Right.
you can never have too many of them, and I don't really plan on. The one snake from that clutch that I'm like, oh, I kind of want to hold that back is not one of the super stripes. It's just like a weird chain link striped one, and I like that. But I think that most of the like sideswipe super stripe VPI combo stuff I'm going to be selling just to move it on because I like him and everything, but it's not really the direction that I'm trying to go in, you know?
Right, for sure. Hell yeah, man. But yeah, I think you're right. I definitely don't think that there's a shortage of people that are looking for that appearance. It is quite
Mhm.
visually appealing for sure.
Yeah, they look clean as hell, and they're not horrible assholes, so I'll take it.
That's always a plus.
Yeah, because when I got the mom of that clutch, she was she was a horrible asshole, and the dad of that clutch too was also a horrible asshole. Because I got the mom from VPI, and then the dad is from Dan Magano, and every snake that I get from Dan Magano is a absolute nutcase for like 2 years, and then they calm down. I don't know why. And he's like,
I'm not
"Oh no,
surprised
they're
it makes
super
sense.
sweet," and he sends me videos, and he's like playing with them and touching their face, and like I open the tub and they're like flipping all over the
Losing their
place,
mind.
and yeah, I'm like, they don't like my energy.
Right. Oh man.
I feel like that sometimes.
No, it's true. It's true. Oh man. So what else did you have coming out this season? You did more corn snakes, didn't you?
Yeah, those I didn't write down anything for the corn snakes. I just kind of put them on my shelf, and whenever they decide to make an appearance is when they're gonna come
Ah,
out. So, and
amazing.
then she double clutched, but her second clutch was like 2 or 3 eggs. So
Oh
I
yeah.
was not really feeding her heavy like I wanted her to double clutch, but she ended up doing it anyway.
She went. Yeah.
So I don't know. I'll have like probably 6 more baby corn snakes this season from her. And then Janet
Heck
did
yeah.
all the things where I thought she was gonna lay eggs, and then she didn't lay eggs, and I don't know what
Oh
happened with
damn.
that. It's so strange. And I was talking to Steven, and he said that he had one of his scrubs do the exact same thing this year, where she did all the things where she looks like she's gonna lay eggs, and then just no eggs.
Hmm.
I don't know if it's because we had a really mild winter, if it's El Nino year, or what this, that, or the other thing. I don't know.
Right. Right.
But she went through all the stuff where I'm like, okay, yeah, she's probably gonna lay some eggs, and nothing. And I'm like, that is so strange.
Yeah, that's really odd. Huh.
Just adds to the confusion. Scrub pythons.
Right. Right. Just when you think you've got data figured out.
Yeah. Yeah. Steven had Daniel Natusch on his Cush's Corner podcast, and that shit was crazy. Talking
Was it?
about scrub pythons and the research that he's done on them, and some of them, and the reproductive stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Active stuff.
Do with them where like the females actually develop like scars on, I think it's on their ovaries, what each year that they reproduce, and then after they reproduce, after they lay the eggs, the scars heal and heal and heal. And so he's like, you can look at those areas of the females if you have a necropsy done on them, and you can literally see which years they reproduced and roughly how long ago it was, all from just
Really?
looking at the internal organs of them. It was mind blowing, like
That's so
that
interesting.
they can learn something like that.
Yeah, that's so interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah.
If you haven't had a chance to listen to the podcast, you should check it out. Especially if you're listening to our podcast right now and you're mildly interested in scrub pythons, you should listen to that because Daniel's done some really. I think he was the one who wrote the paper on separating the different species of green tree pythons, and
Mm.
he's been doing some of the work with the guys trying to write the papers on separating out the different types of scrubs, because the fact that barnecks and Merauke's are considered the same thing is it's criminal.
Oh man.
But it's a very interesting episode. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah. I'll have to check that out. That's really interesting. I wonder if you can do the same with other species or if it's
I have no idea.
scrub specific. That's interesting. I definitely want to listen to that because that's
Mm-hmm.
super cool. That is super cool.
Yeah. Steven does a little bit of a longer format podcast, so it might be a little bit long for people if they're used to listening to our 1 hour. But if
Mhm.
they are open to listening to longer format stuff, then it is really good.
Heck yeah. I'm here for it, man. So how
Hell yeah.
many so since Janet didn't go this year, how many scrubs would you have going next year if you're breeding
If
every
she goes again, I could have her, Fleb, Ursula will probably be able. So that's 3 clutches of Barnecks potentially, and then potentially the Halmaheras, and I don't know if the Southerns would be big enough to go. The Southerns probably could go. After listening to him talk about the size of the scrub pythons that they found on eggs in the wild and the age roughly of the females that are on eggs, I'm like, I guess I don't know shit. Like he's like, yeah, we got like 1.7 meter scrubs, like 2 meter scrubs. I'm like, wait, you're saying that like a 5 foot long scrub python is sitting on eggs right now? What are you?
That's
What?
crazy.
Yeah, pretty wild. And I'm like looking at my girls, and I'm like, maybe I don't know.
Right, right.
I'm not really trying to push things. And then I think I said on the podcast, I'm not super interested in overproduction of scrub pythons. So
Right.
the Southerns are not really high on my need to produce them list. There's plenty of people who produce them and produce them consistently. And there is not as much of a demand for them just in general. And I'd want to make sure that any babies I produce go to people who really want them. And it's like the people who really want stuff usually want Barnecks. And so I would
Man.
like to produce stuff where I know that I can send it to someone who's really going to enjoy it,
Heck yeah, man. Yeah, species, especially just a species like that in general, that is just such a different animal.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, you're gonna get if you want to get the diehard, like, this is gonna be my prize
Mm-hmm.
person
I get
for
a lot of people
sure.
who are like, they hit me up for scrubs, and I'm like, go talk to Steven, please. he's got a lot of scrubs, and I'm sure that he would be willing to sell you on. I do not have a whole lot of scrubs
Right.
comparatively, and I don't really want to. I'm not in any position to be like pushing them out for sale. So,
Right.
and that's no That's not a knock against anybody. It's just Steven's got them. Go get them from him.
Yeah, no, for sure. For sure. This is right. That's when you get to be like, I just really like scrub pythons and I might have a problem. So go over
Yeah.
there.
I don't have a problem. I still have cage space. What are you talking about?
Dude.
And I have
Then
not gone to the ceiling.
then these are different kinds of problems, Rob.
I don't ever want to go past eye height. If I can't look into the
Right.
enclosure, I'm like, it's too high.
That's funny. Oh, we have enough ingrained memories of nerd. Just snakes launching themselves from above our head.
That didn't save you, Jeremy. It didn't save you.
No, it did not save me at all. No. For those who don't know, I took a wonderful retic bite to my face about 2 weeks ago, just from one of my bigger girls that I had forever. Moved her out of the way to grab her to do cage maintenance, and she came up over the hook, and as soon as she stopped, I saw, and I was like, well, this is going to go poorly.
It's like one of those freeze frames. You're probably wondering how I got here.
Yeah, yes, exactly. I wish. I freaking wish. Oh, man. Yeah, that was brutal. But I survived. Thank God. I survived. I still got my eyeballs. We're okay.
When you saw that picture, I was like, man, that was really close to your eyes.
It was. It definitely was. That was I've taken a lot of bites in my day, but that was on another level.
Mhm. When you can, because it kind of goes in slow motion, and when you see the inside of their mouth, you're like, oh, this is gonna be bad.
Yeah. Yeah, that sheesh. And that cage
I've
is
only,
at, huh?
no, I'd say I've only taken a face bite a couple times, but every time I was like, oh, this is bad.
Yeah, no, it sucked, dude. I mean, I think the only other I've had 2 other face bites in my life. One was ridiculous, is from a leopard gecko. That somebody was like, "Oh, I want you to look at this thing on its like upper lip," and I like have it like this, and it just grabbed my nose. uh, and then the other was like just a young Amazon tree boa, just like clipped me on the side as I was trying to move it. Just came around and grabbed me on the side of the face and was like, "That's cool. That's wonderful."
Bro.
I will go on record and say I will take either of those 2 bites many more times over than I would this
Yeah.
retic bite.
Yeah. One of mine was from a like 6-foot blood python, a really big blood python that I had picked up from somebody else. And I literally just got it and I was on my way home, but I had to go to New Hampshire to get it. And I stopped by my cousin's house, my aunt and my cousins, my aunt and uncle, my cousins. And they were like, "Oh, what are you doing up here?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm just picking up this snake." And they're like, "Can we see it?" I was like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" And so I like took her out of the bag and I'm like kind of like kneeling down with her and she flattens like a board, like rigid. And I was like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "She's probably upset right now and she might freak out, but it'll be okay." And she's like sitting like this and or sorry, you can't see. She's sitting like this in my hands like this, like kind of lower.
Yeah.
And she flips over backwards and hits the side of my face right here. But she just like hit it with the side of her mouth and then right back to where she was. And my aunt and my cousin was like, "Oh my God!" I was like, "No, it's okay. It's okay. I'm just gonna put it in the bag real quick." I stuck it in the bag and there was just like a little bit of blood here and a little bit of blood on my cheek. And I was like, that could have been a lot worse. So she was just letting me know, just chill out for a minute.
Yeah, just leave me in the bag. Just
Yeah.
leave me in the bag.
Yeah. And then I've taken a Spilotes bite to the face. which they have no power behind them. They're like Amazon tree boas. They're just like, ugh.
Yeah.
They-
Left hand anger. Left handed
yeah,
anger.
ugh. It's exactly what it is. And then Fleb, when I first got her, she didn't bite me in the face, but she got me on the ear. So I guess I don't know if that counts or not. Close enough.
It still counts. It still
Yeah,
counts.
4.5 foot scrub python to the side of the head. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, still counts. Yeah. Yep. 10 out of 10 guys don't recommend face bites.
Yeah, don't do it.
Just
Just don't do
avoid
it.
it at all costs.
Yeah.
Oh God. Yeah, man. Fun times. What's it like to keep snakes for your whole life? Well,
Bruh.
uh,
I don't really have a lot of like close calls because you know me, I'm so freaking careful about everything. But I've had a couple.
no, for sure, man. It's kind of
I
like
was
we joke is like it's like occupational hazard, but it generally is. Like no matter how careful we are, like if they really are going for you, they might they'll probably get you.
yeah. The other night, All Star was giving me a run for my money, and I just needed to move him from one enclosure to another so I could clean it, and he was not having it. He was like coming up over the hook and going. I'd like push him back around, and then he would like go under the hook to come after him, and he just like every time that I moved him,
Eat that.
and then he would grab the hook with part of his body and then come with the other half, and I'm like, bro, this is taking me so much longer than it needs to.
It's so true. I hate
Yeah.
when the adults don't do it quite so much, but like younger carpet pythons, like when they're still in that fairly defensive part of life, they give you that death grip and then they just start nailing you and you're just like, why? Why?
Yeah.
Please stop.
Evil
Yeah. For no reason.
for no reason. So unnecessary. Yeah, I was on the Flippin' Tin podcast the other day, and they were like, "Have you had any close calls?" And I'm like, I'm like super careful when it comes to most stuff. The closest call I've had with like a wild snake was probably I caught this massive black racer when I lived in Massachusetts. Still, me and my friend Tyler had gone out hiking, and it was fucking March or something, March or April. There was still snow on the ground. I'm pretty sure. If there wasn't snow on the ground, it was cold enough for there to be because I was wearing a heavy sweatshirt and I remember still being cold when we were out there. And all of a sudden I see this giant black racer cruising. And so we like are running after it and it's diving in between the rocks because we were in this like big rocky outcrop area in the Blue Hills. And like an area I don't usually go to because it's not really, it does, I've never found anything there. But yeah, we saw this black racer and I grabbed it and I have a picture of it on my Facebook a long time ago. I made it my profile picture, but no joke. This black racer was bigger around than a 50-cent piece.
Oh,
It was
damn.
like big, really big, and easily 5.5 foot long. I know it was that big because when I grabbed it by like right around the cloaca and was trying to keep it away from me, so like twisting it away from me, and it was still able from that position where the tail is hanging off the top of my hand and the body is hanging down. From that distance away from me, it was still able to bite me in my chest.
Damn, that's a monster, dude.
It was huge. He's still the biggest black racer I've ever seen.
Damn.
I'll put it on my Instagram story tonight, so if people want to see it, they can see it. But like, oh my Lanta, that was a big black racer.
Yeah, sheesh.
It's a BBR, you know.
I guess better than a PBR. So
Yes, yes, true.
Oh man, yeah, that's a freaking monster, dude.
Yeah.
Because for those who don't know, Rob's not a small guy.
Oh no,
He's a
I'm
tall individual.
Yeah, I'm 6 foot tall, and not like a dating profile 6 foot tall. I'm like a convenience store 6 foot tall, and I uh, I got a pretty good way. You know, it's pretty unusual. You know how like if you stretch out your arms, it's supposed to be roughly the same from the tip of your finger to your tip of your finger is about how tall you are.
Mm-hmm.
I've got like an extra 2 or 3 inches on my wingspan for compared to how tall I am, and I'm 6 foot tall.
We know
So
where the 2 or 3 inches went.
you know exactly. I always say to double it and give it to the next guy. You know. So you know what? I didn't think about this when I was on their podcast, but I guess I could tell it here. I think I might have told this story on our podcast before, but I did have one kind of close call
Mhm,
before in the field, and it was one of the first times that I found a copperhead in Massachusetts,
mhm,
and I was out hiking in this area where people were telling me that's where they are, and so I come up on this area, and it's got like perfect light, midday light coming to this rock slab that's got like an upper level and a lower level, and it's got leaves underneath it, and I'm like, this looks like a place where a snake would hang out. Like, I
right.
swear, like this is. And so I like, get down on the ground, and I'm kind of kneeling down, and I'm looking on the upper level, and I'm looking in the cracks, and I don't see anything, and I look down at the bottom level, and I like look underneath, and I don't see anything, and I'm like, it looks like there should be a snake right here, and I take my hand and I go like this across the leaves, and there was a copperhead curled up right there underneath the top layer of leaves. So I like bounce back, and I'm like, oh shit, that was
Right.
too close for comfort.
Yeah. Oh man. Jeez.
That's probably the closest call that I've had, and it didn't strike or anything. It just sat there. It was like he doesn't see me yet.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. 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 Hold steady.
Yes, yeah, that
Dang.
was almost a mistake, a big mistake, almost a big mistake.
Right. Right. Sheesh. Live and learn.
Yeah,
Don't
I didn't do
don't
that
make your
ever
hand
again.
crush through the leaves.
Yeah, don't ever do that again. Also, before you put your head close to the ground, look really good about the area where you're putting your head.
Yeah. Oof.
Yeah,
Oof.
I don't think I've had any other close calls really. You know me, I'm always really careful.
Yeah. Yeah, same. I don't think I could recall any close calls from her. But actually, I think maybe similarly, the first time I ever found a copperhead in Massachusetts, uh, I can remember going. I was chasing a racer and went down to grab the racer and just caught a flash of orange by my hand. And when I pulled up the racer, I looked to the left and there was a copperhead. Because
Yeah.
I wasn't looking for that. I was catching the racer. So it was just
Mhm.
like the racer's going to danger. Like, let's not do that.
And the race is like, you ruined my meal. I was about to eat
Yeah.
this thing.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But yeah, I do remember that. That one sits in the back of my head from time to time.
Hmm.
Uh it's fun, guys. Doing snake stuff is always fun. There's never anything that could go wrong.
And nothing could go wrong. Oh no, it all went wrong.
Yeah, right, right. Oh
Oh,
gosh. Yeah, dude.
dude, it has been. First, we had 2 months of just heat and no rain. And then now it has been like 3 weeks of straight rain.
Yes. Oh my God, yes.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
so frustrated.
Yeah,
I
the
haven't really found
weather.
anything herping.
What's that?
I said I haven't really found much herping. I've gone
Yeah.
out. I spent 3 hours out at one spot the other day and did not
Damn.
see a thing.
Uh I was bummed earlier this afternoon. I ran out to go get something to eat and saw a crushed box turtle on the in the road, and I was like, "Ah!" Why? Like,
Yeah. Is it that area on the road where you would see them all the time when you get up in the morning?
no, this was actually closer to the highway entrance.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah, it's like opposite direction. And like it's so, I mean, there are woods kind of off in the distance, but it's so heavily trafficked. Like there's gas stations and like all this stuff over there. So like, I wouldn't, of course, you never expect them to be there, but that's where they are,
Yeah.
And I was just like that. I probably yelled, say, whoever you are, motherfucker. Like, right.
When I get you, Jeffrey!
Yeah, right. Right. How did you not see the moving rock? How did you not
Mm-hmm.
see the moving rock?
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's rough.
That was frustrating. Especially like I now being in Asheville, like I don't frequent the same roads, so I didn't really see any box turtles this year. So that was like one of the
Mm-hmm.
only ones to be seen for me this year, and it's like,
Yeah.
I missed it. But
I've not seen as many this year as I saw last year, to be perfectly
yeah.
honest. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's the rain. We just have not had good rain. Because when I half the time when I would see them right after a fresh rain. Like actually, I
Yeah.
did see one the other morning when I was on my way to work, and I was in my work truck and I was running a little bit late, and I was like, I saw it and I was like, oh crap! And I like pulled up to the next street, turned around, parked the truck, and as I'm getting out, I saw someone stop in the middle of the road right at it, and the kid like got out and like grabbed it. I was like, okay, he's got it. I can go.
Yeah. Yep. Yes. Thank you, child.
Yes, it was probably a kid going to high school.
Yeah. Hey man, I don't care who you are. If you care about the turtles, you're all right.
Yeah, yeah. I was trying to. Who was it? My mom was talking about some celebrity. I can't remember whether it was like Blake Shelton or Billy Ray Cyrus. But one of them posted a tweet a few years ago that was like, "Does anyone know if box turtles are illegal in Oklahoma? I hope they're not because I just hit one." And I was
Oh
like,
yeah,
"Oh,
that was Blake Shelton. Yeah.
why?
Yep.
Why would you? What? What?" And he was like, "It was a joke." And I'm like, "That's not funny, bro.
That's not funny,
That's not
man.
funny.
It's just not
It's
funny.
not." Yeah.
Nah.
On a brighter note, I found a little baby, itty bitty baby DK's snake, and while I was working, and I recorded
Yes.
a 7-second video of me holding it in my hand, and that shit has gone stupidly viral
I
on
saw the other
Instagram and
day just got
TikTok.
like 5 million views or over 5 million views.
Yeah, last I looked, it was like 5.6 million views on Instagram, and then like 150,000 on TikTok, something like that.
Jeez, man. That's crazy. That's what you call the right video with the right audio makes magic.
Yeah, yeah. I got like 3,000 new followers from it on Instagram, and I really need to post something that's like, "Hey, if you are racist or a bigot, go fuck yourself because you're not gonna like it here, and I don't like you." Because some people will just follow things because they saw a cute little snake, and they're actually horrible people, and I don't want them following me, to be perfectly
Fair
honest.
enough.
I appreciate getting new followers, but also I had a nice little niche group of people who were following me before who kind of know what to expect. And whenever I get an influx of followers like this, I'm like, I'm going to get a message about something stupid. I know it.
Right, right. Oh gosh.
That's
Yeah.
okay. That's okay. I thought it was pretty funny. And then this is like the beginning of, let's see, we're in July right now. So the end of June and the beginning of July each year, I'm starting to notice now after being down here for a couple of years, that is when baby lizards hatch. Because I've been seeing over the last few weeks baby 5-line skinks and baby anoles all over the freaking place.
Really?
And yeah, the 5-line skinks, when they're born, they have like a red head and then a white and black striped body and then the blue tail.
Right.
And the gnolls are just cute. They're just itty bitty. But I've been trying to get pictures of the gnolls, but they are so damn fucking fast. I'm usually working, so it's like I can't be at a customer's house chasing around a lizard with my phone for 10 minutes.
Yeah, the wildlife or pest control or wildlife paparazzi. What do you want to be, Rob?
I would if wildlife paparazzi let me pay my bills, I would do that.
Right.
Like if that video of the DK snake 5 million views, that would be like what? Couple grand, 3-4 grand.
Probably so, yeah.
If I could do that once a month.
Yeah, bro. Legit.
But
Legit.
content creation is not. It's not fun when it's tied to money. It's not fun.
No, I feel that, man. Like I think back to some of the opportunities that I've had to work with different content creators, and it's like the way they're just attached to their phone because like that's how they make their money. I'm like, that to me, you're not living life at that point. Like,
My thing is like to get further engagement, you have to like comment back to people and like all the different comments and like after the first like day, I was like, okay, I'm over this. I don't really wanna. It's a bazillion people saying, look at that ringneck snake or SNEK snack,
yeah,
and after replying back to 30 or 40 people saying this is actually not a ringneck snake, this is a DK snake, I was like, you know what? No, I
yeah,
can't do this all day every day. And so like
yeah,
now sporadically I'll see like a comment come in and I'll comment back to it. But I'm like, if I was taking this seriously as a job, I want to go back and reply to as many people as I could and like do that for a couple hours. And it's like, no, I'm not doing that, bro. I'm just fucking
right,
not.
right.
Not for me.
So now what you need to do though, it's so we work in reptiles though. This is easy. So you've got your foot in the door with the I am small snake. Now you just need a video of shedding a snake, and
Oh, there we go. I'll re-upload the video of me shedding Janet. That really pissed some people off.
there you go. There you go. And then you'll be good to go. Then you can
Yeah,
just recycle the same content every couple weeks and you'll be okay.
bro. I also have a video of me with like a little itty bitty toad in my hand, and then I got one that's like a little baby 5-line skink too. So I figure I'll upload those at some point. I'm like trying to decide like whether I should upload it now while the other video's hot, or wait until it cools down a little bit, or
Right.
just I don't care.
Yeah.
I care, but I don't care. It's like
Yeah.
a lot of the people are just like boop the snoot, and I find that so frustrating.
Uh
I think
yeah.
we've talked about that before. It's just like I'm
Yeah.
like millions of years of evolution. Also, do you like it when people poke you in the face? Like, no, stop, please.
Yeah.
But yeah,
People, they don't make sense. They're just people.
it reminds me of that lady who, when I was working in the pet shop at Zoo Creatures, I was cleaning baby ticks,
Mhm.
and one was just chilling on my arm, and she walks into the room and she's like, "Is that a reticulated python?" And I was like, yeah, this is one of the babies we produced last year. She's like, those are evil. And I was like, well, you can see this one's like hanging out on my arm while I'm cleaning and doing stuff. As long as you don't like make any quick movements towards them or grab them, they're okay. Um, but you know, if you mishandle them, absolutely they're going to be defensive. And she's
Right.
like, well, I worked with them back in the day, and they were always evil, and they always bit, and they were always horrible. And I was like, well, like this one's pretty good. And she walks up, pokes it in the face, and goes, nope, they're all bad, and walks out. I was like, yeah, that's why. That's why they were all bad, because you're bad.
Eh,
Uh,
there are sometimes I just don't know how to respond to people.
yeah, yeah.
Oh gosh.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm glad that seemingly a larger number of people are enjoying seeing snakes in pictures or snakes in videos, but good Lord.
Yeah.
Like,
You gotta play to the lowest common denominator. That's why you get, people who are just about shocking and blah blah blah, and it's gonna and it won't with me. Ah! And it's
yeah,
like, bro, that snake bite didn't hurt. Stop that. Stop playing around right now.
literally, dude. Freaking literally, man. It's a corn snake. Like,
Yeah. Mm.
oh gosh.
Mm-mm.
No, I get it though. It's frustrating. It's incredibly frustrating.
What are you gonna do?
It's yeah. The other side to that too is like uh from like a sales standpoint, we almost kind of need some of those people
Yeah.
because they become the pet keepers that can later become a breeder or whatever, even if they're just a hobby collector or whatever. Like, we need that fundamental interest, but it's
Yeah.
like like I want to sell people a snake and be like, it's spelled with an A. Like,
Mm-hmm. Although, if you ever want $1 million marketing idea, give a palmetto corn snake a name like Funfetti, and then make an Instagram account called Funfetti the Corn Snake, and just put little hats on them and put them in sweaters, and you'll have 1 million followers in less than a year. I guarantee it.
you heard it here, folks. It's probably true though.
hmm Oh, I know.
It's probably true.
Just wait till I get my first palmetto, Jeremy. It's going down.
Dude. Oh gosh. I'm gonna beat you to it.
Oh, you got the palmettos. Do it, baby.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Funfetti. That
Yep.
actually that could work. I could
I'm
name
just
my
saying.
I could name my male that because Mark named the female Jelly Bean.
I like that.
Yeah.
I
So
like it.
that could be, yep, that'll be a conversation with Mark later.
I say if you don't do it, I know that Nona is looking to move some stuff, and so I might end up with a funfetti of my own.
Hey.
Yeah, it's a bummer that they have to get rid of their stuff. But she's like, I just want to make sure that they're going to somebody who was gonna love them. I'm like, well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. No, I know. I'd FWC strikes again. That's
hmm
yeah, that was very upsetting.
Yeah, it's tough.
Meh. Meh.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like the last time I spoke with Elizabeth at USARK Florida, we spoke really briefly about like the new executive director and how relationship building was going with him still, if it still
Mm.
seemed decent or uh or if things had changed. And he was saying that communication is still very much there, he's still very active in things, but uh taking action and adjusting things is a very slow process.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, it sounds like a government organization.
hmm
We'll get it done at some point.
Eventually. Well, we won't, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Right, exactly. And we're just kind of like, oh, okay. All
Okay,
right.
great.
Yeah,
Awesome.
thanks.
What other
Thank you.
option do I have?
Yeah, exactly. Uh, Ridiculous. Freaking ridiculous.
So, do you have
Uh,
any? What were you gonna say?
no, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say if you had any projects for this upcoming season that you're psyched about.
I actually do. It's funny because that's what I was going to ask you. So this year I did for ball pythons. I did a couple projects specifically for like multi-recessive holdbacks.
Mhm.
So I did like true ghost clown stuff. So hypoaxanthic clown triple hets. Um,
Mm,
next season, this coming season, I'll be able to take that a step further and add Desert Ghost into the mix. So we'll do some quad head.
Sheesh.
Yeah, so we'll do some quads, which will be cool, and there'll be a bunch of other codoms in the mix. So I'm going to take my Axanthic Clown and breed that to a pastel Enchi butter hypo Desert Ghost.
Pastel butter Enchi hypo Desert Ghost. God dang.
Yeah, yeah. So hopefully, right, and she's, for those who are watching on YouTube, like she's a good sized female. she's about like 2,200 grams, so she's got some size to her. So I just have to hope that the sex ratio of the offspring is good and there isn't butter on both sides. Otherwise,
Yeah,
we're gonna
for
see
real.
white snakes. So that's the only caveat to that pairing. But outside of that, um, I have a couple of projects. So I've narrowed a lot of my ball python stuff down. So my focus is on like puzzle combos, the true ghost stuff, and like candy puzzle stuff. Like that's kind of the direction I'm trying to go.
Hell
Um,
yeah.
so I have a Lemon Blast, Enchi, Hidden Gene Woma, 100% het puzzle male that's ready to breed this season. And I have some het females, but they won't be ready to breed this year. They need one more year. So I might take him and plug him into a couple of things and then just do the shed testing on
Yeah.
his resulting offspring. So like I'll plug him into a candy female and to an axanthic female and just kind of go from there and raise up some double hets that way. And whatever isn't het, just sell it, so some exciting ball python things. I'm excited to produce Borneos again. So whatever I get for Borneos doesn't really matter to me. I'm just excited to get Borneos. And then just going ham on Amazons. I think I'll have 10 or 12 females that are ready to breed going into this coming season. So
God damn.
yeah, man. There'd be a lot of girls.
That's wild.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try to, because I have a bunch of like younger stuff. So the goal is to be able to have like an A group and a B group so I can rotate, give females a year off in between.
Yeah.
But I'm also like I want to try to get a jump start because I want to be able to hold the animals for a little while, kind of see them go through those initial color changes for the first 6 to 8 months. So I don't want to have to be like forced to move stuff. So I think I'm just going to go all in and pair every female that's ready. If they take, great. Whatever doesn't take, no big deal. But if I can pair a dozen girls and get 8 litters, I'm super
Yeah.
cool with that, So, and that'll be like Carnage breeding. It'll be Zorro, my other calico breeding. I don't even know, a couple bicolor males I have ready to go. So a lot of options. I'm just really excited about a lot of like anything tree boa related, dude. I like geek out over. Like I'm super
Hell yeah.
stoked about. Let's see. Again, for those watching, and also just because like Rob hasn't seen the snake in person.
Jeez.
This freaking Carnage baby, dude,
That is so
is
freaking cool.
nuts, man.
That red is so crisp.
Yeah.
Calico Tiger Amazon Treebo for the people who are only listening and not watching.
Yes.
This
That's right.
this baby is like a incredibly red, like strikingly red Amazon Treebo with a blazing white white stripe down the back and all sorts of white speckling on the sides. It is phenomenal.
Yeah, man, with a bicolor tongue too.
Really?
Yep,
Hmm.
black and white tongue.
Hmm.
Hi, buddy.
Hmm.
Hi. He's like, it's nighttime, and you're touching me. But I can literally count. Don't do it, you jerk. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's got a dozen black spots on him, like in its entirety.
Damn,
Everything else is red and white.
awesome.
So he'll be obviously not ready, not ready for this upcoming season, but the following season he should be good to go.
That is gonna make some phenomenal babies.
Dude, I can't freaking wait. Like to have him and his dad in rotation. Like, I'm good, bro. Like,
Every female is getting those two males.
yeah, right. Exactly, dude. Exactly. Yeah, I'm really stoked about the tree boa stuff, man. Like when when I did Mike's podcast the other day, uh one of the things that I was saying was like I've had a couple people reach out to me over the course of like the downsize and pivot into Amazons that are like, dude, you're freaking nuts. Like, why would you do that? Like, nobody's buying Amazons. Like, you can get them for dirt cheap and whatever. And I was like, first of all, dude, I post one picture of an
Yeah,
animal like that and I get a dozen messages from people interested in purchasing or getting put on a wait list. I post one picture of a ball python, it maybe gets 100 likes. Like,
that's that.
yeah, so I'm like, man, I found a species that can captivate me enough to where I was willing to change my entire business model. So let me
Mhm.
exist in that space.
And
And just
I
have
think that
fun.
people don't take into consideration the idea of like, you know, that is how people are successful, like truly successful in the reptile hobby, is that they find something that they're really interested in and they just do it. And whether or not other people like it or not, they just do it. Because eventually, if someone likes something enough, they will be able to express to other people why they like it. And there's guaranteed to be other people who also like it and just
Right.
waiting for that wind to catch. But Amazon tree boas already have a lot of people who love them. So like I
No,
don't
it's
know what
true,
they're
man.
talking about.
It's true. And it's exciting to see a handful of more people that are captive breeding them, producing really good quality animals. Like, that's exciting to me. Like, of course, getting babies like that are, like the pinnacle and absolutely wonderful. But just to see more people working with them and breeding them and providing captive bred babies for the general public,
Yeah.
that's huge. Like, that makes,
Huge.
all the difference in the world. So, and it's funny, like, I mean, you saw all the stuff that I was getting when I first started to start dabbling with them, and now I've been able to replace a few things with like captive bred animals that I've been raising up, so I can move some imports along and whatever that are like established, so people will have a decent experience with them and not want to jump off a cliff because they messed up the humidity for a little too long, you know. Um,
Mhm.
that's like, for me, my personal goal, of course, like, imports are cool, they're everywhere. If you see something funky and you want to plug it in, great. But to be able to start to now shift a couple of years later into like primarily captive bred stuff and focus on that, start getting like true lineage information and not just like came from Guyana.
Yeah.
you know like
And maybe it didn't actually come from Guyana. Like
yeah, exactly. 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 So I'm excited. I'll show one more because this is another one that you haven't seen. Sweetie. And she just shed the other day too. So I had a sibling to this one, and this was actually originally a holdback from Jeff Godbold.
damn.
She
That
is
is an incredibly red Amazon.
dude. Hi, sweetie.
She's like, big heat signature.
Yep, exactly. She is locked on my face right now. I'll
I
take
love
this.
Amazon tree boas, but they are not the brightest.
No. But yeah, dude, she is just freaking blood red, dude. Like, God.
That's freaking cool.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
So, and I have her sibling that's just a really like a smoke and bicolor animal. Um, and looking at her in this light, it looks like she could go and just become a really deep red bicolor because I can
Hmm.
see kind of like very faint bars.
Yeah, yeah.
But still, I mean, like that's a smoking animal, dude.
Hmm.
Look over here. Look at this hand. Oh, there we go.
Oh, big heat signature.
Right.
Moving heat signature.
But yeah, man, like stuff like that. That like I don't know how you could not want to look at something like that, dude.
Yeah, for real. That's freaking awesome.
So I have just been enjoying these guys like crazy. This is that's the sibling.
Oh,
It's just a super clean bicolor, man.
oh man. That is going to be a phenomenal. I mean, it's already really nice, but when that gets older, that is
Yeah,
going to
dude.
blow people's faces off.
Yeah. And she's got the bicolor tongue and everything, dude.
Damn.
Yeah. So just two females I'm slowly raising up and just enjoying along the way. And the reality is, man, like they're so chill. Like that's what I'm really loving is like getting to work with them a bit. And of course they still have their moments of slowness.
Yeah.
But but to actually have a tractable animal that isn't losing its mind every time you adjust your hand, like kind of nice.
Yeah. Dude, I love bicolors like that one. That is incredible.
Yeah, man, you got to come see this stuff in person too, dude, because holy
Yeah,
Christ.
for real.
Holy Christ. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to see my babies. I haven't gone to see your babies yet.
Yeah. Yeah, man. But yeah, so I'm excited. That stuff just like pumps me up for the future that much more. Like I'm excited to see those things grow, but I'm even more excited to see what we can produce with them in the future. So yeah, I'm
Yes,
just stoked, man.
sir. Yes. The next season's gonna be wild. If you have 8 litters of Amazon tree boas,
Yeah, dude. Like I'm looking at like if the goal would be 8. If I can get 8 litters out of 12 pairings, I'd be super happy with that. Um then like I said, 3 or 4 clutches of carpets, 2 or 3 clutches of Borneos, 15 to 20 clutches of ball pythons, and I don't know, probably another dozen or so clutches of various colubrids. Like we're just gonna go straight for it, man. Like
hell yeah.
really push out some cool babies, and we'll see how many holdbacks there are.
At least 200.
Right. Right. Oh gosh. Yeah, man. Is there any one particular thing that you're excited about producing next year?
If I can get Ursula to go, the young Barneck that I've been raising for the last several years, if I can get a clutch out of her, I would be extremely hyped
Hell
because
yeah, dude.
she is gorgeous and also evil. And I just think that judging by the babies that I've produced already, I think that she would throw some like top tier Barnecks. So
Hell yeah.
just any more Barnecks, all the Barnecks, and I guess the Halmaheras too. If the Halmaheras went, that would be phenomenal. but I'm not staking anything on that. If they go, cool. If they don't, that's fine.
Right.
I just
Right.
like them. Just being able to keep those alive is cool enough for me. Like,
Right, man.
they have this really nasty habit of just dropping dead. So,
Right. Yeah, we'll try to avoid that.
oh yeah, yes,
Yeah.
as best we can, as one does.
Yes, yeah. Oh
But
man.
yeah, I think those are the things that I'm most hyped for. And then before then, Daytona is rapidly approaching.
Bro, it really is, man. It's like what, 2.5 weeks away, 3 weeks away?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. And I can't freaking wait.
Dude, I'm so hyped. I've been
Hell
talking
yeah.
to a couple people and trying to coordinate so we can do some herping because, I mean, don't get me wrong. I got to see 3 pygmies last year, or the last time I went. That was pretty tight.
Yeah.
But I want to see more. I want to see a coach whip so bad.
Yes. Hell yeah, dude.
So
Hell
bad.
yeah. Yeah, man.
But
It's gonna be freaking epic. I can't wait. I cannot wait. Are you do you know what day you're getting in?
I think on Friday, maybe. I think I took off Thursday to Wednesday, so I I'll I'm gonna try to get down there either Thursday or Friday, and then stay until Monday, and then we have to go back to Charlotte because we're going to see AFI on Tuesday,
Ooh.
Monday night or Tuesday, Tuesday night. I think it's Tuesday night,
Hell yeah,
and then
dude.
go. So that should be
Hell
pretty
yeah.
good.
Yeah, that's freaking epic, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I
This is
can't
my
wait,
first time
man.
seeing AFI. So.
Hell yeah, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm stoked. I've been waiting for Daytona. Just
Yes. I need a
yeah.
vacation is what it is. I just
Yeah,
need
yeah, right.
to not get up and go to work every fucking day.
Right. Yeah. No, you definitely deserve one, dude.
Something like that. Taylor, we can't wait to see you too. Man, I'm hyped.
Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. Nah, it's gonna be awesome. That's the thing
Yeah.
I love about the shows, but like I realized like last year I didn't really vend very many shows, and same thing with the first half of this year. And every time I am able to vend a show, I'm like, man, I missed a bit of this camaraderie,
Mm-hmm.
that we're like so used to getting, but like in certain instances where we only see people at Daytona or at Tinley or something like that, it's like, no, man, it's just really good to see you because it's been
Yeah,
a year. Like,
that. Also, I don't do a whole lot of socializing. I pretty much I go to work, I come home, I do snake stuff, and then Kristen and I do Pokemon Go stuff now. So like once a month we have community day events where we go and play with people in Durham, and
mm,
uh, for the most part, I don't really do anything social. So Daytona's like my one social thing where I'll go and hang out with people and talk to people and do stuff. And then last year I
right.
did Carpet Fest. Carpet Fest is in September this year, so I might try and go to that
Ooh.
again. Um, and yeah, I don't really get out. I don't do stuff. I don't go out to clubs or bars or meetups or groups or nothing. I just kind of stay at home. Actually, I go
Yeah.
herping a lot. That's what I
Yeah.
do.
That's the thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Hell yeah,
So
dude. Nah, it'll be a good time, a good break from the mundane tasks of life,
yes.
and just get to hang, man.
Hmm. I don't want to set alarms, but I also want to go herping in the morning. So I may have to give
You
up
have to
sleeping
choose.
in at least one day so that I can maybe 2 days to go hit a couple parks or something to go
Right.
look for some snakes. But I need sleep. I gotta sleep. Oh my god. I'm
Yes.
dying.
Dude, I feel that. I know when we're done here, I'm gonna clean 2 or 3 more cages, and then I'm calling it a night. Like I've been so sleep deprived, so I feel you, man.
That's what I did last night. So tonight I actually have to go through and like I'm upgrading the male southern scrub into a 3-foot cage. I'm moving some of my holdback baby Barnecks into glass enclosures in my room, and then I have to go through and upgrade a couple of Borneo things. And so I know I'm going to be up until 1 tonight, but I don't think I'm going to go into work early tomorrow. I think I'm just going to go in. I have a lot of stops tomorrow, so I'm just going to go do my stops, and then I'm going to go home.
Yep. And that's it.
Yep. That's what it is.
Oh gosh. Yeah. I feel it, man. I
Yep.
feel it.
Yep. Yep.
Well, that being said, Rob, you know the
Yes,
deal.
I've got an answer. Oh, I've got an answer.
You got an answer? All right, man. So
I
what in the realm of reptiles has you excited about reptiles right now?
I just saw it earlier today. Tom Kyogan posted a big clutch of baby Bismarck ring pythons, and I'm like, ah!
That's pretty epic.
He said he's got 2 small clutches pipping right now too, and I was just like, I don't need those. I don't fucking need them.
Right.
They're so cool, but I don't need them.
That's badass, though. Damn.
Also, wait, I got another thing. Shout out to TJ Chambers for producing a clutch of Barnecks this year.
Yes.
Joining the
Heck
freaking
yeah.
club. Hell yeah. And then Stephen
Heck
Cush had
yeah.
another clutch hatch today. It's Stephen Cush's birthday today. Big shout. Happy birthday to Stephen Cush, man.
Yes,
The
sir.
scrub king, as far as I'm concerned, and probably most people are concerned.
Yeah.
And he's produced several clutches of scrubs this year, and Barnecks included in that. So between Steven, TJ, Tom Kogan, those things have got me pretty jazzed about snakes right now and reptiles. But Daytona, I'm looking forward to Daytona, seeing people hanging out, talking snakes, going herping, all the shit.
Yes.
Maybe seeing some cool snakes at the expo. Not buying anything at the expo though.
Yeah, we'll see.
Nona's already gifting me some corn snakes, so
Right.
I'm being good and I'm being gracious, and I'm going to try not to buy any more corn snakes or any more because they don't sell
So-
scrubs there, so not buying anything else.
I'll just make sure you avoid Lee Abbott's table for the whole weekend.
Yes, please make me avoid Lee Abbott's table all weekend.
Because that's how you get in trouble.
I know. All right, man. What about you? You got something in mind for what's got you excited about reptiles right now?
Man, right now Daytona is what has me super pumped, and I'm just excited to hang with some folks, see some folks. I'm really excited to go though and chat with Ron St. Pierre. Because
Yes.
I want to talk with him about I mean, we're going into almost a full year since we last spoke with him on
We gotta have him on.
we do have to have him on and like talk more about his findings with the emeralds and what things he's been working on with them. So I know he's been doing a lot with the blue tongue skinks. He did the albino blue tongue skinks, which is freaking awesome. So yeah, I'm excited to chat with him. And yeah, we definitely got to get him on for another podcast for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what has my undying attention right now as far as like cool things. Or things that have me hype. Right under that is this Amazon clutch or litter, excuse me. I want to see baby Amazons on the ground. So
It's about to go down. With all these weather systems we have going through, I wouldn't be surprised if she drops.
I know, man. So she's in one of the rack systems I built. So the temps are a little cooler than what I have in the cages just because it's back heat indirect from coming in through the tub. So I'm expecting probably around day like 145,
I would say
150.
140, yeah.
Yeah. So, but like we're right there. We just hit 120. So we're just a few weeks away. So I'm pretty pumped about that.
Hell yeah.
So
I'll send you a picture when the baby corn snakes started hatching because I literally did not write down any information. I took the nest box out, I set it up on my shelf, and I left it.
amazing.
I checked on it today though, and the eggs look good. So
That's good. That's good.
Whenever they come out, they'll come out.
Right. Oh gosh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, Jeremy, if people want to follow you and see the things that you got going on and see pictures of your phenomenal Amazon tree boas, where should they follow you?
Everywhere. You can follow me everywhere at Brassman Reptiles. If you want to check out TikTok, which I totally neglect, it's at the Brassman, because I post music and stuff there as well. But yeah, Brassman Reptiles everywhere else. And yeah, I need to post more on the Facebook page. I forget to sync the Instagram and the Facebook. So like I'll post a bunch of stuff on Instagram and then be like, how's this not getting any attention on Facebook? And then I'm like, oh, it didn't post to Facebook. So to the Facebook users, I apologize. I'm going to get better at that. I promise.
He's the brass man.
Hey.
Beep, bop, bop, bada, boop. Beep, bop, bop, bada, boop. Beep, bop, bop, bada, boop.
Oh man, did I send you there was a TikTok video, or maybe you sent it to me, of them doing that, but like in the style of Metallica?
What?
If I can find that video again, I will send it to you.
Maybe not. It's a crime. I don't know.
It's not something I want to listen to often, but it was different enough where I just kind of did one of those.
Oh, that exists in the world.
It does.
Along with me. What a time to be alive. What a time to be alive.
Exactly. Oh gosh. All right, Rob, if people want to see what you got going on, see baby scrubs and all the other insanity you have happening and hatching out over there, where can they follow you?
At Rob is Creeping It Real on Instagram and TikTok. Please do not add me on Facebook. Although Jen from Black Box Cages just added me on Facebook a couple days ago, maybe a week ago. Yeah. And I was like, Jen, she kind of looks familiar. And I like clicked on it and I was like, I don't think I know this person. And then I looked at her occupation as at Black Box Cages. I was like, oh, okay, I can add you. I have 1,000 friend requests in limbo right now, so no.
Yeah, Facebook's not it.
Not it. Not it. And I've just been in a slump recently. I've been so burned out. I have not really posted much at all anywhere over the last several weeks. So I've just been, I post stuff when I can. That's all I can say.
Felt that.
Yeah. But yeah, Instagram, TikTok. Check you out next time.
Sweet. All right, guys. We will catch you on the next one.
And this episode was brought to you by BlackBoxCages.com.
Yes,
check them out. New rack, new enclosure. Check them out. I'm loving my Black Box Cages. You'll like them too. Trust me.
Oh, yeah. See y'all.
Later.